listen to this. Oh.
Why would you allow somebody to take your husband? It's a prayer you would pray for your husband, eh? He will be paralyzed when he meets another woman. But when he comes home, he will be strong. If you notice your husband is a minister of enjoyment, pray, Father, this man is mine. Everything in him is mine. If he go out, it will not work. In the night while sleeping, anoint his head, anoint everywhere. Claim him. You are mine and mine forever. Nobody will snatch you. The most of your men, they are charming them. Use your own anointing oil. Put it in his food. These are the secrets. One day we'll come back home and kneel down to you and start crying. I'm sorry.
Now, while I do not argue the efficacy of prayer, prayer works so. But I am coming to give you a little tip. Before you will now go and add fasting and prayer to this tip now, and then develop ulcer for no reason. Listen and listen real good. There is something that God does when it has to do with human beings. He respects our free will. He respects our free will. You see this prayer that we are trying to pray? This thing that this man of God has said, he's actually correct. But let me tell you the kind of men that this prayer will work for. Men that are trying to be good. Men that are trying to be, faithful to their wives. Yes. So when your husband, listen, when your husband has made up his mind that I want to be a good husband and I want to be faithful to my wife, but somehow when he goes out, wild animals, praying girls, wicked witches are trying to set trap for him, trying to bring out charms. See, that's your prayer that you're praying, and it will work because God first of all follows the free will of a human before he now moves emotion. So he sees that your husband does not even he is trying to avoid temptation. And then temptation is coming. That your prayer now will now stand as a stronger force, enforcing his will and making sure that he does not fall and blocking the shenanigans of these foolish girls. But listen, when you have a man that is looking for how to misbehave, he sits down and that is his dream. He thinks of how to strike this one. I want to know how a white peppers looks like. I want to know how brown peppers looks like. I want to know how different nipples used to see when this thing. He looks at a girl and is thinking, how can I get into this girl? Wow, I want to know how a fat juicy this thing is. I want to know how this sleep. I really want to test how albino is. Sister, if that is your kind of man, pray, fast. Put your head on the ground, open your leg. He does not even need kayamata. He does not even need the juju. He does not even need the charms from these girls. Don't forget that kayamata, juju, charms does not work in the air. The man needs to go physically close to collect it from inside here, or they took him for a food or drink. Then he do So ask yourself, why is your husband collecting strange women something to eat, or why is he collecting juju from here? That your prayer will not work. Do you know why? Because his free will is that I want to cheat. I want to test. I don't want to be faithful. I want to go out there. I'm just telling you so that you will not sit down, pray, cry. Then tomorrow you not come and say, God does not work. God is not sitting on the throne. Sister, the problem is that your man already has made up his mind to be foolish. So I'm just saying, before you now listen to this pastor and say, this man of God can lie. He's not lie, but you see this preaching. When you go and practice it, it only works for a good man. That temptation is making his leg to shake like this. I don't know if I've explained well to you before you now come and say, this is where they work. Prayer is where they work. It they work. But for who? A man that is willing to stand one place. I rest my case.